Ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome to the first edition of PlayCon. It's held in Bucharest in Romania. It's absolutely fun. This is a dedicated festival for the TCG, the board game, the anime and the manga culture. And it's been 2 amazing days. We're here at the TCG Arena stand, and we will wrap up this amazing festival and this very good day with an upcoming TCG show match. It's actually I have to do a bit of context first for you guys. So, this TCG is called Barzone. It is designed by Peter Gozon. He comes from Hungary, and he's a bartender at heart. And he developed a TCG game with the purpose of bringing in more people together, which is exactly the purpose of the bar culture, hospitality, community, but also the most amazing aspect of a trading card game. That's why I'm very thankful to TCG Arena for helping us showcase this amazing game. And in order to prove how immersive this experience can be, I'm here today with 2 local baristas, Alexandra and Anna. And last time they faced off each other, it was in the National Barista Championship. But today, they are going to face off at the TCG Arena stand, playing Barzone and immersing themselves in cocktail creation, working with several ingredients, and enjoying the shenanigans that happen every night in a cocktail bar. Barzone works quite simply, actually. You are going to play as a bartender, and each player who is a bartender has a coworker. In this situation, we have the coworkers of Harry Johnson, legendary bartender, and Jerry Thomas. Guys, if you're watching this at home, this is just a little preview that you can research on the internet about why those 2 bartenders are amazing, and we celebrate them a lot in the HoReCa industry. First, we're going to focus on resource management, because cocktails are made using ingredients, and we have 3 types of ingredients in Barzone. We have base spirits, we have enhancers, and we have garnishes. Each player starts with some ingredients in their own inventory, and throughout the game they are going to have to manage to take other ingredients from the shared storage. The cocktail cards are going to be the main aspect of this, the main focus of this game. Each bartender is going to reveal 2 cocktail cards at the start of each turn. As you can see, the cocktail cards have scores. This one is valued at 4 points. And each cocktail card has there written the amount of ingredients that the bartender needs to have in order to make one. The players are going to bid to make the order that they wish. And then they will get into the cocktail creation part of the game. And then the turn ends with hopefully 2 bartenders making 2 cocktails. We will finish the game when all the bartenders have all made, hopefully, 8 cocktails, and we will then look and count the total points which the 2 bartenders were able to gain. All right, I think we can start our first show match for this, and once again, let's enjoy community, hospitality, and hopefully celebrate this amazing festival. Gals, queens, do you hear me? All good? Are you there?
Yes.
All right, amazing. So, in order to see who is going to start first, we need to first discover who last drank a cocktail.
When this was the last time you had a cocktail, Anna?
I think it was last Tuesday.
Okay, so I think I had one previous to that, so I think you're the one who's starting this.
Okay.
Okay, this is one for you.
Okay, so we have the pin, which is going to represent the starting player. it looks like Anna is going to start this game. At the start of the turn, each player draws up to 5 cards. And since it's the first turn of the game, they are allowed 1 mulligan. So, dear players, you are now allowed to browse through your cards and see if you want to play a mulligan. This mulligan consists of choosing any number of cards from your hand, putting them on the bottom of your deck, and then drawing up the same number.
Okay.
In this game, we are going to first reveal the 2 cocktails so that the order can start. Then the 2 players are going to bid for the cocktail using a hidden show match.
Okay. So we have a Negroni and a gin and tonic.
Negroni and the gin and tonic. The first turn of the game starts. We can now go into the bidding phase.
And I'm going to bid here.
All right.
Please. Now let's see. So I bid with the disruption with value of 1.
And for me as well.
All right, so both players have played disruption cards. Disruption is something which is very common to the TCG culture, but it is also very common to the hospitality culture, because every day when you're in a bar or in a cafe or in a restaurant, something happens which is going to disrupt your daily routine. Players, please explain what your disruption effects are.
My disruption card is last call. My disruption is gonna target the player where he can only play 1 supply card for 1 turn.
But only if you made 3 cocktails beforehand.
And this effect cannot be blocked.
Okay. My disruption says to choose 2 random shift cards from your hand, and you must discard both.
All right.
So I have to choose 2 cards from your hand. No. Okay, great. You have to discard these.
The disruption effect is already happening. 2 cards were taken from Anna's hand, but we also have to solve the bidding. As you can see, both players have bidded cards, shift cards, which are equally valued at 1. This is a tie. In this case, when ties happen, the winner is going to be the player which started. So in this case, Anna, since she has the pin, is going to win this first bid, so she can choose what cocktail to make.
I'll choose the Negroni.
And I have the gin and tonic.
All right, now that the bidding phase started, we're entering the 4th phase of the game, which is going to be the action phase. We're now going to be able to play shift cards. Again, the focus is to complete the cocktail.
So I will use the 0 weight card, the perfect serve one, where 1 enhancer counts as 2. So I'll take 1 enhancer, which counts as 2, because I will need 2 of them, 1 base spirit, and 1 garnish in order to complete the Negroni.
Incredible move already. So our first cocktail has been completed by the Jerry Thomas player, playing the shift card of 0 waste. 1 enhancer counts as 2. Wonderfully played, already in the discard pile. Anna already completed a cocktail. Now it's Alexandra's turn, playing Harry Johnson.
In order to complete the gin and tonic, I'll play 1 base spirit card, 1 enhancer, and 1 garnish. And so I've completed my order. And I also have 1 cocktail made.
All right. It looks like Alexandra chose to not play any of the shift cards available in her hand. It is very important in this game that the moment you use ingredients from your own storage, they go back into the shared storage. And you can only take ingredients out of this shared storage by playing shift cards that allow you to do so. We are now entering the second turn of the game. of course, we're going to have our order come up. So 2 more cocktails are coming up. The pin is going to go to the second player, to Alexandra. And we have 2 cocktails, which means that we are going directly into the bidding phase. We have an espresso martini, which values 5 points.
I'll bid this. Okay. Are you ready?
And we have an old-fashioned, which is valued at 4 points. The bidding phase is actually starting now. We see a cocktail book shift card valued at 3 with a Karen card valued at 1. The Karen card is pretty important in this scenario as it is a disruption card.
What does it say?
So the Karen, all of the target's players' co-workers are inactive for 1 turn, since I completed 1 cocktail.
Okay, so since Anna has completed 1 cocktail, the disruption card that she played is going to trigger. Alexandra's co-worker, Harry Johnson, cannot be used, so the card is inactive. What about, and Alexandra has a shift card which is valued at 3 points, but no block for the disruption. So this means that during the next turn, Alexandra will not be able to use the Harry Johnson ability, but she wins the bid by having 3 points. Alexandra, you can now choose which cocktail you want to make.
I'll take the espresso martini.
I'll take the old-fashioned.
The espresso martini was chosen. You are going to need 1 base spirit, 3 enhancers, and 1 garnish to make. Again, a very valuable cocktail. It is valued at 5 points.
Okay. So, I'll play the barback card first, and it allows me to take 2 enhancers from the storage, and I'll do so.
2 enhancers are immediately taken from the shared storage, placed into Alexandra's personal storage, thanks to the barback supply card.
And since I'm making an espresso martini, I'm using the shaker, and I'll also be using a vintage glassware to complete my cocktail.
Those 2 cards are called perfect serve cards, and those cards are used to buff the cocktails. In this case, because the espresso martini is made using a shaker, the shaker card will allow for 1 extra point upon the completion of the cocktail, and the vintage glassware is going to allow for 2 extra points upon the completion of the cocktail.
And it also allows me to use -1 ingredient when completing the cocktail. So I'll be playing 1 base spirit card, 2 enhancers, and 1 single garnish to complete my espresso martini.
Thanks to the glassware card, Alexandra is able to make the espresso martini using a -1 ingredient. Thus, you can see the cocktail usually requires 3 enhancer ingredient cards, but thanks to the glassware card, she was able to complete this cocktail using only 2 enhancer cards. It's up to Anna now to see if she can finish her order.
So I will play 1 supply card called the order sheet, where I will take 1 base spirit from the storage and 1 garnish. As well as I will play a 2nd supply card to take 2 enhancers.
We also see now a barback being played. Barbacks are the most important people inside the cocktail bar.
Okay. And to complete my old-fashioned, I will use 1 garnish, 2 enhancers, and 1 base spirit.
Amazing. Anna was also able to use her to finish her order of making the Negroni. So both players have completed another order of cocktails this turn. And fortunately enough, Alexandra was able to do so, even though being disrupted by Anna's Karen card, which made her co-worker inactive this turn. Now we're tidying everything up and we're getting ready for our third turn of the game. Let's see, the next order is coming up. 2 more cocktail cards. All right. We have 2 martinis.
Okay. And I'm bidding my card.
The bidding phase is going to happen now.
Seems like we both played Disruption.
Both players have played Disruption, yes. We have the brand ambassador.
Which says target player's cocktail costs +1 base spirit, since I only completed 2 cocktails so far. So every cocktail that you will make will be +1 spirit. What does
Okay.
your card say?
My disruption is called Day Off. Since I completed 2 cocktails, the target's co-worker is inactive for 1 turn. If this card is blocked, the blocking player must discard 1 shift card from their hand. There's no blocking.
There is no blocking, indeed. So both players are going to be disrupted this next turn. This again means that Alexandra's Harry Johnson is again inactive. So the base ability of Harry Johnson cannot be used during the next cocktail completion turn. And for Anna, her cocktail is going to cost 1 more base spirit. Again, there is a tie for the bidding phase, so the player who started, who has the pin, is going to take the first choice for the cocktail.
I will choose the Porn Star Martini.
Then I'll have the dry martini.
The 2 martinis are chosen. And it's Anna's turn to make her martini cocktail with a +1 base spirit in the recipe, thanks to the disruption.
So I will use my abilities. Since I completed already 1 cocktail, I will take 1 ingredient from the storage, that being a base spirit. And I will also play again the bar back to take 2 enhancers from the storage. And in order to complete, then I need 2 spirits. I will need 3 enhancer. And which one? I'm sorry, and I will also play the software update card, where I will choose 1 supply card from the discard pile. Sorry.
Software updates are incredibly useful in every field that you're working in. This software update card is incredibly interesting, as when you play it, it allows you to take 1 supply card from the discard pile and play it immediately. This discard pile effect, basically recycling your already played cards, is incredibly important, as we all know, fans of the TCG culture.
I chose to take from this and play immediately the 1 spirit and 1 garnish take from the storage. With this allowing me to play 2 garnishes for my cocktail and complete it.
It looks like the software update card made for Anna's turn to be incredibly resourceful, as she collected lots of ingredients from the shared storage, and she was able to complete her cocktail despite the disruption effect which Alexandra has placed upon her.
Cool. In order to complete my cocktail, I'll play the supply card, Delivery Every Day, which allows me to take 2 ingredients from the storage. And I'll take 1 base spirit, also 1 garnish. And to complete my cocktail, I'll just use the base spirit, 1 enhancer, and 1 garnish.
Incredibly easy. In this case, the supply card of delivery day, again, saved Alexandra's turn, and she was now both players are able to complete their third order of cocktails. The second batch of orders is coming by. The next batch of orders coming by. We have a Paloma and a Tom Collins. The bidding phase is going to start. Oh. And we have the tipsy guest on one part, which is a disruption effect, which says that choose 2 random shift cards from target player's hand. They must discard both. But Anna is going to play the saving shot, which reads, you can block your opponent's disruption card effect.
Then I guess my disruption will not work. But I won the bidding phase.
Yes.
So I'm starting. Amazing. I'll go with the Paloma.
Go with the Tom Collins.
Alexandra has chosen the Paloma, valued at 4 points. You're going to need 1 base spirit, 2 enhancers, and 1 garnish. But unfortunately, as we can see, there are only 2 enhancers left in your storage. So how are you going to get those ingredients out?
First, I use my coworker's ability, which allows me to take 1 ingredient card from the storage, and I'll take 1 base spirit first. Then I'm playing the Perfect Serve card, a software update, which allows me to choose 1 supply card from the discard pile and play it immediately. And since I'll take the supply card bar back, and since I have 3 cocktails completed, I will use this ability, which allows me to take 2 enhancers and 1 garnish from the storage. Afterwards, I'll use the Perfect Serve card, which is named Zero Waste, which says 1 enhancer counts as 2. So, I'll build my cocktail now using 1 base spirit, only 1 enhancer, and 1 garnish.
Amazing. Another cocktail was finished. So 4 cocktails done. Moving on to Anna.
So I will use since I completed cocktails, I'll use my coworker's ability, taking 1 base spirit and 1 ingredient, which I will choose to be the garnish. And I will play the Clear Ice Perfect Serve, using the ability from the 2 completed cocktails, where 1 garnish will count only as 1. And I will play 2 enhancers and 1 base spirit. And then my cocktail is done.
Amazing. The 4th turn of the game just ended. Both players were able to complete their cocktails. This seems like a very interesting, very successful night at this TCG Arena Cocktail Bar PlayCon festival event. Both players have finished up their 4th cocktails. Please represent. Yes, thank you. The next batch of orders is coming by. And we have a whiskey sour. Followed by a Manhattan. The bidding phase started. Alexandra showed a saving shot. But did Anna play any disruption?
No.
Anna did not play disruption, so the saving shot unfortunately is going to be of 0 value to the bidding phase. Whereas Anna has a card which has the bidding value of...
My bidding value has 2, but I believe the saving shot, if it's not blocking, has a 3 value.
Ah. So who wins the order?
I did.
Alexandra.
All right, Alexandra, you may choose your cocktail of liking.
I'll make the whiskey sour.
Now make the Manhattan.
Okay.
Valued at 5 points. You're going to need 1 base spirit, 3 enhancers, and 1 garnish.
I'll use my coworker, which allows me to draw 2 shift cards and place one on them at the bottom of the shift deck. Then take 1 ingredient card from the storage.
Pretty powerful ability on Harry Johnson, but this ability is only active only if you've completed 4 cocktails.
And I did. Okay.
We have some hand fixing here, a term which again is well known to the TCG community.
Then I'll play this supply card named Order Sheet, which allows me to take 1 base spirit and 1 garnish from the storage, followed by another supply card, Inventory Check, which allows me to take 1 base spirit and another ingredient from the storage, and I'll take 1 enhancer. With the help of Lara the Guest, I will serve her this cocktail, and I will build it using 1 base spirit, 3 enhancers, and 1 garnish.
Amazingly done. Lara the Guest is a card which bumps up the total points which Alexandra is going to earn for completing this cocktail. This, of course, is a reference to the hospitality aspect of a cocktail bar, where you have guests who are going to come by every so often, and of course you know what they like, so you're always going to gain extra points, basically. It's now up to Anna to see if she can if she can complete her cocktail while having only 1 base spirit in her storage.
So I will play the Perfect Serve of Pink Collector, allowing me to draw 2 shift cards.
Beans are, of course, very popular in every community.
And I will use my coworker's ability to take 1 spirit base and 1 ingredient from the storage. And I will also use the inventory check, taking 1 more base spirit and 1 ingredient card.
Interesting plays here. The use of 2 supply cards has been made, shifting ingredients from the shared storage to the personal storage of Anna. She's now deciding whether to play some more shift cards.
I will play the cocktail book to choose 1 shift card of my choice, and then play it immediately, then shuffle my deck.
This is actually my personal favorite card in all of the game. I think it is incredibly amazing to have a deck tutor. Basically, switching this card for the card that you actually want from your deck is an incredibly nice effect.
I chose the delivery day, and I will play it in just a moment. Shuffle my deck. This allows me, since I completed 4 cocktails, to take 3 ingredients from my storage. And to complete this cocktail, I will use Leon the Guest, using the 3 cocktails ability to add 2 more points to the cocktail. And then I'll play 1 base spirit, 2 enhancers, and 1 garnish. This allowing me to complete the cocktail.
Amazingly played. So both players have made sure that Leon and Lara are both incredibly happy with their drinks. This was a very eventful night. We had 5 cocktail orders being made, but unfortunately, we are now going to end this show match because the end of the game is incredibly satisfying. So I recommend you guys to try it out, find the game on GameFound, and start playing and finish the game by yourselves. You're going to have an incredible time. We now have to do the actual end of phase game. We will count up all the points which both players were able to gain through all of their cocktail order completion.
I have 25 points.
I have 69. No, wait. 26 points, if I counted correctly.
Yeah, I have 25. So you have this game.
25 to 26 points, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. This is very interesting. 1 point away. Very cool. Thank you very much for playing this game, being a part of this show match. Thank you for taking your time to visit PlayCon. Thank you for taking your time to visit the TCG Arena stand here at the festival. I hope you had a very nice experience with the TCG culture, and hopefully we will see you playing again.